Now, some welcome news for customers of Maynilad and Manila Water. You can expect lower bills beginning March 21st. In a statement on Thursday, the Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System, or MWSS Regulatory Office, announced the removal of the 12% value-added tax, or VAT, from customers' monthly water bills. The office says only the local and franchise taxes will be included. Well, that means Maynilad customers consuming 10 cubic meters per month will see a reduction of up to 11 pesos and 64 in their monthly bills, while bills of Manila Water customers consuming 10 cubic meters will decrease by up to 12 pesos and 82 centavos. Maynilad is servicing the west zone of Metro Manila and Cavite. Manila Water covers NCR's east zone and Rizal. The two water concessionaires secured new 25-year franchises last December. Finance Chief Sonny Dominguez wants the Bureau of Internal Revenue to focus on modernization efforts to improve revenue collection. The Bureau targets to collect at least 2.4 trillion pesos in taxes this year. Secretary Dominguez says digital channels play an important role in encouraging taxpayers, especially young entrepreneurs. He adds higher revenue collection will improve the debt-to-GDP ratio, which is a key economic indicator. The country's outstanding debt reached 11.7 trillion in 2021, in large part to fund the pandemic response.
This year will be critical. We need to begin outgrowing our debt by restoring our high growth. To lead our strategy for quick recovery, we need to spend more on infrastructure modernization. We must invest more in our public health system and social services. We have to continue procuring vaccines for our people. We need to rebuild communities damaged by severe weather events.
The BIR has rolled out digitalization projects to make tax payments easier for the public. The national government seeking to extend the shelf life of some COVID-19 vaccines that have already expired or are expiring soon, while local governments are finding ways to seek out the unvaccinated and unboosted. Kailin Bonkin has more.
A number of COVID-19 vaccines that expired last month remain in storage, awaiting the Food and Drug Administration's verdict if their shelf life will be extended. These were unused as vaccinations nationwide slowed down.
Now, for those vaccines that have already reached their shelf life, lilalagay pa rin sa appropriate storage just in case na-extend yung shelf life.
National Vaccination Operations Center Chief Mirna Kabutahe says vaccine brands like AstraZeneca and Moderna have either expired in February or expiring this month or next. The supply is a mix of donation from the global facility COVAX and procured by local governments and the private sector. An inventory is ongoing, but Kabutahe says officials are asking the FDA for its recommendation.
For example, Sinovac, ang linagay sa box, 1 year. Pero ang binigay ng FDA, kasi mga bago ito, 6 months lang. Now that they have proven na after 1 year na follow through yung kanilang bakuna, then okay na yung 1 year na shelf life ng ating Sinovac.
Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joey Concepcion says a batch of AstraZeneca vaccines procured by the private sector last year is set to expire on March 5th. Some have been used. The rest is pending request for shelf life extension of up to 3 months.
Nothing has expired naman eh. Magagamit naman lahat yan kasi everybody would need a booster shot. No?
Kabutahe assures the public vaccines with extended shelf life are safe and still effective.
We guarantee that. Hindi kami magbibigay na hindi tayo safe and effective, efficacious.
With 90 million vaccines in stock, officials are looking for ways to ramp up inoculation. Like this pop-up vaccination site along Rolling Road Street, Barangay Obrero, Quezon City. It's the local government's way of bringing COVID-19 vaccines to communities. Health workers are offering primary series vaccines for age 12 and up and booster shots. It seems effective as dozens due for booster shot line up.
Mas mabilis lang, mas maganda kasi nakita ko kaagad malapit lang.
Para hindi po rin napapagod yung mga tao kapipila. Madali lang po silang puntahan, hindi na po maglalakad ng malayo.
If the adult booster vaccination is slowing down, the program for 12 to 17-year-olds is fast moving. In a span of 4 months, 9.8 million teenagers have been vaccinated, 83% of the adolescent population. With another massive vaccination drive next week, officials expect 90% of teenagers vaccinated by end of March, just in time for the resumption of in-person classes. Caroline Bongkin, CNN Philippines.
The World Health Organization now recommends the antiviral drug molnupiravir for COVID-19 patients at highest risk of hospitalization. It is the first oral antiviral medicine to be part of the global treatment guidance. Patients eligible to take molnupiravir are senior citizens, those unvaccinated, and